book besties, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. If you guys are seeing my face for the first time, hi, my name is Maya and I like to talk about books here on the internet. You guys, we got our TBR, we got our wrap up, so now I kind of want to talk a little bit about some goals, some reading updates, if you will, in this video. So I'm gonna do that by way of a tag called the Ja-NEW-ary Book Tag. But then also, I'm gonna tag here on the very end some reading challenges that I hope to participate in and that I've already started participating in and all of that good stuff. So let's just get into the questions, shall we? First question, what is the last and first, if you remember, book you read last year or for the year 2025? For me, I started the year off by reading A Christmas Cocoa Murder. It was an anthology. It was interesting. It was confusing. I believe I gave it like a 3-star. Holy smokes, I don't know what book was my real last book, because here's the thing. I do audiobooks as well as physical books now, so I think the lines are kind of blurred here in terms of dates, but I'm pretty sure my last book was Lucy Jane Wood's debut novel, Rewitched. Ah, such a fun time. I loved that book. I wanted to go into that world. It was one of those things where it was like high stakes, low adrenaline rush type thing, where it was a cozy feeling, even though the stakes were probably some of the highest I think I have ever really read in such a cozy type of book. It's so interesting. But then again, I don't read a lot of cozy contemporary. I want to get more into that because I do love cozy contemporary, I've realized, but I still lean more towards like fantasy, mystery, thriller, horror. I don't know what that says about me, but yeah. But anyway, I ended the year off with a 5-star if that was indeed the actual last book I read. Question number 2, what is your first read of this year? A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, the original classic. And no, I'm not going to spoil my wrap up. You guys are going to have to come back for the wrap up to figure out what I rated it. Question number 3, it's more of a statement. Share 3 of your reading goals this year. 1, definitely read more consistently, like finding times in life to just sit down and read and making me believe that it's okay. But then that goes into a second goal of just reading books that I want to read and books that I enjoy. And you may be thinking, well, shouldn't that be all of the books you read? Absolutely yes. But more to the point of, I always choose books that I want to read unless it's assigned to me for class, but that's an entirely different story. I typically go for and always go for books that I like. However, if it doesn't end up turning out to meet expectation, it's okay to DNF. Thirdly, I want to be here more consistently because this is my happy place and I need to remember that, because this past month or so I've been getting into my book talk, and that has led me to my regular TikTok, and that has led me to other areas of life and life online and other different things. And in real life, I guess, real life, I have taken on 2 college course trajectories here. They're both like parallel to each other, but they're different universities actually. So having that, and then also working and needing to pay bills and needing to just survive, and then having that time for just myself and that work-life balance that we all try to obtain but never quite seem to get for ourselves, because work-life balance that is really good, does that even exist? I don't know. But yeah, so those are my 3 goals. I think I articulated them well. Number 4, share 3 of your most anticipated titles. Okay, I got you. Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. I think I have found what is really keeping me from reading this book. One is the fact that this is just a very much anticipated read for me just because of the world that it is. And so I am already just like, I don't want my anticipation to override and become an expectation, if that makes sense. And then two, everyone's thoughts on this book and what they have said about this book, I don't want that to override and become an expectation as well. And third, to be quite honest, I think it's because I am telling myself to read this book that I'm just like, no, I don't want to do it. So we're just gonna not put this on any more TBRs, and if we read, we read, and I'm pretty sure that means I'm gonna read. Another, for very similar reasons, is The Amalfi Curse by Sarah Penner. Sarah Penner is definitely my auto-buy, auto-5-star, auto-favorites answer for my favorite author answer. And I just have not been able to pick up this book, and I think it's for the exact same reasons that I gave to the previous book. Last but certainly not least, I would love to read The Tarot Cafe Volume 3, the special edition by Sang-Soon Park. You guys, in real-time video filming here, I realized I showed you guys Volume 1. My apologies. This is Volume 3. Okay, that's Volume 3. Number 5, which goals did you reach / not reach last year? To be honest, that would require me going over last year's reading goals, and I'm pretty sure a lot of it was just very similar to what I have established here, and that is to be consistent on BookTube, which I have been, read at least 25 books, which I did, or I'm sorry, read at least 12 books, I'm sorry, 1 book per month, which I did. I superseded that tremendously, which I am also shocked by. And I think there may have been another goal or two. I'm not entirely sure. I think a lot of my goals are quite umbrella goals of just, you know, because you are coming out of such a hardcore, years-long slump, just be kind to yourself, come back into reading, make it fun, but also prioritize time to actually do that because you do enjoy it and you do love it, but you also have this thing about you that says, no, you need to do something else. If you're having fun, you're not doing the most that you can do in life. It's a time and a thing. So I think I reached pretty much everything that I truly would want myself to have reached this past year. Number 6, are there 2026 releases you've heard of that you have no desire to read? Honestly, I don't even know what is coming out in 2026. I don't know what came out in 2025. I'm not that type of person to really look up anticipated titles. Truly, if I come across something and I hear it's being released this year, I'm just like, wow, I'm actually, you know, caught up with the times, and so is my algorithm. Great for me. So, you know, I don't really have anything by way of anticipation or not anticipation. I just will go with the flow as the books are recommended to me through algorithms. Number 7, what are some reading habits you want to change this year, if any? I really don't have any that I necessarily want to change. What I would like to add, maybe, is being willing to go for more, maybe, weirder types of books to me. Like for me, I like to play my books safe in categories that I feel are safe. So if I have the option to buy like a mystery or thriller versus that of a cozy contemporary, I will more than likely do the mystery or thriller. Same thing with like if it was fantasy versus sci-fi, even though I do like sci-fi now. If it was dystopian versus romantasy, I would go for dystopian, not gonna lie. So really getting out of my comfort zone in that way. I think I have established in myself now good enough habits to be a continuous reader and not get into a slump and to stay in the worlds that I love. And I think I've kind of trained myself to know when, okay, you just got to give it up. You just got to give it up. You just got to unhaul it. You just got to DNF it. So I think I'm getting better at that. I mean, I have piles of books all around me, so probably not as well as I probably could. However, we're getting better here. Okay, so I think I think if anything, I would like to add that. Number 8, are there any adaptations you're excited about? I would love to watch the Heartstopper series, because favorite manga series of all time thus far. I mean, Song-Soo Park is really getting up there. I want to really look up Pan's Labyrinth movie adaptation, because I am back into my Spanish courses. Not saying that that makes me, you know, a connoisseur of the language, but if I can get that and then with captions, I know the story well enough now. I've actually read the story to where I think I'd be able to understand the concepts and be able to just have an appreciation for the art and the medium, if that makes sense. Number 9, favorite bookish memory of last year. Oh my gosh, I have so many, but honestly, all of them involve other booktubers, like joining the readathons and really finding a bookish community through that, and then through that, honestly, find one of our channel besties, Ashley Hearts Reading, and then to further through her, get more channel besties like Liz Loves Books, Lucy Ray Reads, all of the people. Like, we have built ourselves a little community here through finding other communities and really getting involved and really engaging and putting ourselves out there. And I'm using the all-encompassing because, you know, you guys have followed along on this journey, and if you're following along on the channel, then you've kind of followed along in the experience as well. It's the culmination of the entire thing. It's finally finding a community through putting ourselves out there, through being engaging, through being authentic, and finding other people who are authentic as well. I think that's what just the joy and the beauty of social media is, and what it can give to you if you use it well and if you use it right. Like, I have recently discovered another aspect of social media that's a little bit more negative, through a different community, not our community, oh my goodness, no, but I have seen some negative stuff come through social media, and even personally, I felt like the loneliness thing, I've felt like the comparison trap thing, I've felt all of that this last month, just a tiny little bit, not too much, obviously. I stepped back and I reevaluated, I got myself back together, and then I found my happy space again, and I came back and I filmed. So that's what this is. You know, I saw the good though. Like, there's so much good about it, and there's so much community building. There is like the little pockets here or there that sometimes fester with the bad, but it can show you how you can use social media to build an engaging, positive community, and it really gives you just another level of experience with it. And of course, you know, building that within your life as well, having life and your circle and your people, and then also building that, you know, in your social media presence online. It's just such a good feeling, and it's such a good environment. And, you know, to be able to see that, like, in real time unfold, and be able to look back at all of the moments that led up to it and all of the different fun memories as you go through, it's kind of just like, wow, that's so cool and that's so awesome, and you didn't even realize that you built that or you cultivated that until you look back and you see it, and it's like, wow, that's awesome. Last but certainly not least, carryovers from last year that you still plan on finishing. Well, I did have a few, not gonna lie. I had 9 Liars, had being the operative word there, but we'll talk about it in the wrap-up, we will. I had Rita Hayworth and Shawshank Redemption by Stephen King. I think I just need to reread this one, to be honest. Not me turning around. I think I had 6 of Crows, for sure. And we will be finishing that because I want to get to Crooked Kingdom. Trying to think. Oh, maybe later, but I think it's by Claudia Vergoa. Is there any other book that we started? I don't think so? Question mark? So that was it for the tags. Now let's go into a bit about the reading challenges that I hope to participate in, because there were no questions that necessarily were specific to me sharing these readathons, so we're gonna get into it. And these are year-long readathons, okay? So you guys can participate in them at any point in time. I'm sure they would love to have you, and I'm sure they would love to see you participate as well. So let's get into it. I would love to participate in these 3 year-long challenges because I think that these are magical, exceptional, and just quite frankly something that I have always wanted to do and participate in. The first is going to be the Year in Eldia challenge, and I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, G from Book Roast, the host of this readathon and this challenge, has said that for the year 2026 we're going to continue going through the map because it's a choose your own adventure type thing, and sometime soon within the new year of 2026 there will be another that comes out in a similar vein. Now, don't quote me on that because I feel like that might have been a fever dream and I may have misheard her. For this, I don't have a set TBR, okay? Actually, for all of these, I do not have a set TBR. This is why I'm doing their year-long reading challenges, because I can just insert the books that I choose to be inserted per category, per readathon, per month. So I'm just gonna read what I read, and then I'm gonna insert the books, and I will see where I go from there. Now, I will try and play smart about it, because for a choose your own adventure series that goes throughout an entire year, for the first month of January, I don't have a set option. I didn't really read anything. I am gonna go and read the document prior to February's TBR to determine what it is that I would like to lean a little bit more towards and find options that would fit with that. So I am going to be more aware as I go through each month from now on, but for the month of January, I didn't really have anything picked out or set up, and for every single month after, I don't have a specific book for how I want to go. I will just pick the book that I want to read based on my mood that is fitting for the prompt for whatever it is that I decide to do. So that is going to be the Year in Eldia challenge. The second reading challenge is the Buzzword Readathon created by Books and Lala here on Booktube, and this has been an ongoing thing for years now, and she has come out with a cover challenge as well. This happened last year. I wanted to participate for the first time last year. That did not end up happening because I did not play my cards right. This year I'm going to play my cards right because I was watching other booktubers who were doing this readathon and they played it smart. They did 1 book per month, or I guess 2 books per month depending on, you know, if you're doing both or whatever, but doing it monthly for whatever prompt, and it doesn't have to be the exact month's prompt, but doing 1 prompt per month would equate to eventually getting all of the 12 prompts that you need for the year. So I did not play right last year, so I didn't even try. And then the third and final year-long challenge that I'm going to be participating in, to my knowledge, at the start of the year that's like cemented, set in stone, will be Leandra, the TBR Zero's TBR-a-thon. I am so excited. She came out with 3 different games. This girl works so hard. I mean, she literally works in a library full-time, and it comes onto BookTube and just gives us exceptional content, and then adds on top of that reading challenges and merch and all of the things. Like, this girl is superhuman, I swear. She's just superhuman. I don't know how she does it, but we thank you. We thank you for all your hard work. So yeah, I want to participate in this. There are 3 options to choose from. Listen, this video right here is coming out literally in February, the first week of February, because I couldn't get my ish together. Listen, I have videos galore that I want to give to you guys, but the thing is, I need to film, I need to edit, I need to upload, I need to actually like do the things while I'm doing life, and life has been kicking my butt recently. The whole thing happened 2 weeks ago, not 2 weeks ago, sorry, a week ago. I just got thrown for a loop. My whole body chemistry got thrown off for an entire week. It was a time and a thing. And then we had this week. Last night. all the chemicals are firing inside my body. So we don't talk about Bruno. Listen, I am aware that I have a lot of physical stuff going on, and I may only be able to post one video a week here on this channel consistently, and I'm trying to do it on Wednesdays. Interestingly enough, okay, the first TBR game was set to go out on Wednesday. Like, I swear on everything, I scheduled it for Wednesday. I uploaded it for, like, on Monday, but it was meant to go out on Wednesday. I freaking uploaded on Monday. What the heck? Then I had to reschedule it to make it look like it came out on Wednesday. It's still showing that the publication date was on Monday, but it really wasn't able to be seen until Wednesday. What's the dealio, YouTube? Anyway, I digress. So I have videos in the wings. I have things I'm going to give you guys, but it may take me a hot little minute. I am hoping to get more than one video out over the next couple of weeks, just because there's so much to catch you guys up on and so much stuff to go over. Like, even for the 12 days of Bookmas, even though I did it like the best and the worst of 2026 or 2025, I'm sorry, excuse me, and you know, all of the other things, there's still so much to discuss and to talk over and to, I'm sorry, I'm derailing. I digress. So there are 3 reading challenges that Leandra has created for us, and I have decided to do the map of stories because that is the easiest thing that I can do as I am reading through the year, plus keeping up the 3 reading challenges, plus keeping up my TBR games, because yes, we're gonna complete them. We're gonna finish often all of the killers, and then we're gonna finish getting all of the fellowship, and then we're gonna go to 2.0, and then we're gonna find something else, I'm pretty sure, or we're just gonna redo doing all the killers, or often all of the killers. Don't think too hard on that. I just did. Those are the reading challenges that I hope to participate in. Now, I need to do some housekeeping things before we finish off this video. I know you're probably thinking, should you do the housekeeping at the top of the video? Probably, but the housekeeping is kind of boring, so I just saved it for the end of this video. So housekeeping. We do have a video coming out, we will, of the reward system, my updates to the actual system, everything that I read, everything that I hauled, unhauled, what that means for points, what that means for a haul. We have a gigantic haul coming up as well. We also have the Q3 and Q4 stats video. I think that is actually going to be the next video. And the only reason I'm not going to do the Q3, Q4 stats plus the reward system is because I just feel like they need to be separate. They can be separate videos, and I can just upload them both hopefully within the same week. I'm not going to promise that because life, but I can definitely say they will go up one after the other. But I am also going to be inserting TBRs, wrap-ups in a timely manner. So this may be all over the place, but bear with me because life is happening, and we will have fun things, and we will have reading vlogs in the works and stuff. And honestly, this might be my chance to take the bull by the horns, so to speak, and do some reading vlogs simultaneous to all of these videos going out, and, you know, making them spread out long enough so I can actually, you know, have some reading vlogs to just be like, boom, here's a reading vlog, here's a reading vlog, here's a reading vlog, after all of the mess of getting all of that together. I will also say at the last of this, for the reward system updates, I will be updating every single month because I feel like it is about time that I get my life together. So for the reading wrap-up videos, what we're gonna try and do, try being the operative word here, is doing the actual like rating and reviews and my thoughts. Then having a section for the reading challenges, like here are the books that went for these challenges, boom, boom, boom. Then how much I read and what that is going to accumulate to in my little like figurative bank for the large massive book haul that I will have at the end of the year as a little treat to myself for doing hopefully well on reading through my physical TBR, reading through my audio TBR, going to the library more hopefully. That is, oh, I should have made that a reading goal. Go to the library more. So that is hopefully what we're going to be doing. So yes, all of that is going to happen. But It's been a long video. I do apologize. It just needed to happen, okay? It needed to be done. It needed to, it was in the queue. There's a roster that we got going on here. So with that being said, guys, thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I hope you guys had some form of entertainment from it. Also, if you guys want to play along in the description box down below, feel free to do so. I'm sorry, not in the description box, in the comments section. There we go. Only I could do the description box, but you guys can do the comment section. You guys could play along. Let me know, like, what are your reading goals? What was your best and worst? What was your first and last? What was all of the things? I will leave all of the stuff linked in the description box down below. My lifestyle channel, my book talk, my Bookstagram, my TikTok, my regular Instagram, my vocal account, any other sort of anything. I will leave in the description box down below. I will also link all of the channels that I have mentioned in the description box down below. Feel free to go check those out, binge watch them, leave likes, comments, subscribe, all of the things. Show them all of the love because we love them all over here. We really do. So with all of that being said, thank you guys so much again for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. And as always, thank you guys so much for being the absolute best bookish bestie that ever was, is, or ever will be. I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Bye!